Welcome! E aí galera, beleza? Bem-vindo à nossa comunidade.
Welcome to our community.
Hey, what's going on guys? It is OGC here. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Covenant and everything to do with Anima. We are going to be looking at the very basics of how all of this work. This is not a best of, the patch just came out a few minutes ago, but let's go see how this brand new system works. So the first and foremost thing to get Anima chests, all you need to do is do your daily activities. You will receive 12 chests per day just from doing your daily activities. You can also go down and you can go into the sets and you can purchase them for money in the sets. Again, this patch just came out a few minutes ago, so I took the liberty and I spent $75 so that I can make this video for you. So with that, please smash the thumbs up button and subscribe. Perhaps even consider donating down below. Let's jump in and check out the system to see how it all works. So how this works is we go under our troops, whether it's in our buildings, the same way that you would get to your gear or your chakra. Now there's another tab on the bottom and it's called Covenant. That's going to bring us into this brand new system. For this system, let me specify this as being very, very similar to troop equipment. So there are going to be 4 different names for these areas up here. You have the blood one, you have one for desire, you have a plague. It's no different than your troop equipments, how one would be called your armor, one would be called the pendant, one would be called the totem. It's the same idea. From there are different covenant effects. So as you level up your covenant to different levels, different effects are going to kind of come out. And some of these could be really, really strong. Some kind of just like the chakra and troop equipment bonuses. Some might not be nearly as strong, but in general, you probably want to get these up pretty high. Now there is this little eye right here. And if you select that, it will kind of break down all of the bonuses from the Covenant for this troop at this time. So right now, the primary effects look like increased attack and increased health by 25% each. And right now we have reduced physical damage taken, evade, things like that. Now, when we get into the primary and secondaries, I just want to remind us of how it's worded in other things, such as troop equipment. We have something called a primary bonus when it comes to troop equipment, and then we have these secondary bonuses. When it comes to the new Covenant kind of stuff that's out there right now, the new Covenant system, it's the exact same thing. We have a primary bonus and we have a secondary bonus. There is no racial bonus. So let's jump back into the Covenant and let's go check this all out. In order to get into the menu to kind of look over all of our Covenant materials, we can either select directly on one of the items and then select View. And again, this window reminds me a lot of troop equipment. We can unequip, we can replace, we can do all of that fun stuff. Or right over here, we can select the Anima vessel. So if we select the Anima vessel, we get pulled in. I open up a lot of chests and we have a decent amount of items in here. So first and foremost, let's do the smart thing. Let's hit the question mark. Let's read about this, and then I will show you how all of this works. So there are 4 types of Anima. You have the Blood Pact, Death Hymn, Plague, Grasping Desire. Remember, these are the 4 corners. These are just like the troop equipment, whether it's the armor, the totem, the pendant, etc. And each Anima has 1 primary attribute and a number of secondary attributes. This is just like your troop equipment. So you have that primary bonus, whether it's increased attack or health, and then you have secondary bonuses, whether it is evade chance, healing received, healing efficiency, crit, accuracy, all of that type of stuff. Those are going to be the secondary bonuses. Now it says Echo Stones can be used to level up the Anima. Anima of the same type, quality, and level can be used to increase the max quality and level of the Anima. This part right here, we're going to go in and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by all of this in just a moment. Anima can be gained through daily activities, doing events, and Echo Stones can be gained through the Anima transmuting. Just Anima transmuting. I'll show you how that works as well. Equipping units with Anima of a certain quality or higher can activate Covenant effects. 5, which is you can use Purestone to purify an Anema's secondary attributes. When purifying, you can seal a certain number of secondary attributes to stop them from changing. More about this later on. So the big thing that I want to cover right now is really this number 2. So for number 1, we have it. There's 4 different types. This is just like troop equipments. There's 4 different types there. Number 2 is going to be Echo Stones, can be leveled up through the Anima, and also you need an Anima of the same type and same level to level them up. So for example, if we come on over here to our Warlock, we want to level this bad boy up. So if we want to level this up and bring this to higher and higher levels, although I really don't want an accuracy one on them, so let's replace it and let's go find one that I don't know, maybe increases attack. Wow, increase crit rate by 4. So there are variables, by the way, when it comes to these secondary bonuses. We can see right here that there's one that it increases crit rate by 2.8%, and again at level 0 this increases crit rate by 4%. So that's a pretty big difference. Let's see if we can find a decent one for right now, and it looks like we're what's this? Increased crit rate by 4.4%. That's pretty wild. So let's just roll with that one. We're going to replace that, and we want to upgrade this. We want to bring this up as far as levels, so all we need to do is hit the upgrade button. And from here, you can see that this requires the echo boxes. So let's just go up as high as we can. And it looks like we were able to bring this up to level 3. And we can see our primary bonus has gone up from 9.5 to 11%. Or I'm sorry, we're up to 9.5. Next level will bring it to 11%. So we need more of these echo boxes. Well, luckily for us, we can get that. We can transmute these useless items that we are not using by simply hitting convert. So if we select convert, now we just need to come on through and select the ones that we don't mind giving up. So this one just increases the amount that we get from delivering resources, so I don't really care about that. We got another one there, so we're up to 2. This one does that as well, and I don't want to transmute that one yet. The difficult decisions. All right, so let's see here. We'll go with a couple more here. So important to note, if you select on some just to look at what their secondary bonuses are, you'll see this check mark here. If you don't want to delete that one and transmute it, then you need to deselect it before you move on. Otherwise, you're going to end up destroying a whole bunch of stuff. So let's keep on going through, and we should be good there. We're going to get 600 more echo boxes through pretty much transmuting some of the useless items that we aren't using. So we hit the back button, and we're going to go back to upgrading that same item that we were before. It requires 135 of the echo to bring it to level 4, and finally we bring it up to level 5. Now this is where things get a little bit crazy and a little bit confusing. We want to be able to bring this up to rank 5. And in order to do that, if we go to hit awaken, it keeps saying that we need to choose an Anema for materials. And if we hit this plus thing, there's no suitable materials in the Anema vessel. So if we go back and we select the question mark, at number 2, it says that Anema of the same type, quality, and level can be used to increase the max quality and level of the Anema. So what that means is, and this took me a moment to realize it, we have right now, and I did this before the video just to make things a little bit faster, we have a level 5 death hymn, and this increases attack and increases evasion chance. So if we select view under it, we want to upgrade this. Right now it's just rank 5, and we need to be able to up this rank. And we can see here for the increased evasion chance, it is a variable range. So please remember, this is a variable range, and in order to bring this up, we need another death hymn of the same rarity. And right now we're using the blues. They're the common ones or whatever. So we need one of the same rarity at the same rank. So luckily I have one already made, and we're going to select that, and then we can hit awaken. Now, after it's awakened, we have increased evasion chance. This is now up to 8%. 8% here, and if we exit out and we go back to look at everything, we don't need to go back that far. We can see that it is now upgraded here. Now, that is how to bring up the Anima to kind of that next tier. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all the rest and just kind of bring them up to see if we can unlock that first rank.
Always Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets, live with every breath.
Alright guys, so for our last one, we're about to bring this up and awaken our last one. Remember, we need an equal item in order to awaken it. So let's go with awaken and let's see what happens here. We're able to bring that up, and if we come back, okay, so far it doesn't look like we were able to get any of the covenant effects. So we need the total quality of epic. I don't know what the epic is. I think that's the type of kind of imbuement that's put into it. And I'm not sure how to unlock that middle piece yet. But so far, it's looking pretty interesting as far as how we bring this up. So I think the takeaway of all of this is very, very, very similar to troop equipment and how troop equipment works. Same thing when we come on in and we look at the Purestone. So if we want to purify an item, it will have its own drop down where it says that commanders can use Purestones to strengthen the Anema's secondary attributes and increase its value. So Purestones are going to make them stronger. When a commander does the above, they can use a certain number of Purestones to seal some secondary attributes. That means lock in that secondary attribute. The more you want to lock, the more Purestones it will cost, which makes sense. If you want to hold on to 2 secondary attributes, it's going to cost more than if you just wanted to hold on to 1. Rare and awakened rare quality Anima can't be sealed. Only 1 epic, blah, 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 and up to 2 divine awakened can be sealed. So pretty much this is going to be a lot similar to the troop equipment in regards to the more secondary abilities on it. So if we're talking about a divine troop equipment versus a rare one, you're going to have far more secondary abilities or secondary aspects to benefit the item. What this is saying that is on like a divine, like the pink ones, you can hold on to 2 of the secondary attributes. That means that there's going to be some that are going to be gambled around and a lot of RNG is going to come out, but you can hold on to 2. So that's kind of cool. After secondary attributes have been strengthened, you can choose to exchange or discard. So pretty much you can choose to hold on to it or get rid of it. And you can tap the button at the top right of the corner of the purification interface to see the terms and values of the potential. So let's see that real quick. So these are all of the different potentials of what you can get as far as the secondary attributes getting through the purification process. So we don't have any of the purification stones at this time. But someday we will, and we'll be able to increase them. So this seems very overwhelming at first and kind of confusing. This really isn't that bad. Just think of troop equipment and bringing everything up. In order to unlock the Covenant effects, the rarity of the stones need to be increased, and we can do that through the purification. So that's going to be kind of the ticket into that. So with that, guys, if you guys don't mind, smash the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. This is an introduction into how the whole Covenant aspect works. I hope that you were able to get some value out of it. Please consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, guys, have a wonderful day, and thank you for stopping by.